Understanding Rotations, Worksheet 19, question number 4. The figure shows the rotation of quadrilateral C, D, E, F to form quadrilateral C prime, D prime, E prime, F prime. It says, describe 2 ways you can rotate quadrilateral C, D, E, F to form quadrilateral C prime, D prime, E prime, F prime. So there are 2 ways to go from the pre-image to the image. Before we answer this, let's go up to my little cheat sheet here. Okay, we talked about this when we talked about the notes. Notice how your 90-degree clockwise is the same thing as 270 counterclockwise. 90-degree clockwise and 270 counterclockwise are the same thing. So if you take a figure and you rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, and then you rotate that same figure 270 degrees counterclockwise, you're going to end up with the same image. 180 degrees clockwise and 180 degree counterclockwise, they're the same thing. So if you take an image and you rotate it 180 degrees counterclockwise or 180 degrees clockwise, you end up with the same image. And then 270 clockwise and 90 degrees counterclockwise are the same. 270 clockwise and 90 degrees counterclockwise are the same thing. So if I take an image and I go 270 degrees clockwise or 90 degree counterclockwise, I get the same figure. So now that with that being said, I want you to pause the video and I want you to write down everything I wrote down here. This is your pre-image ordered pairs, and this is your image ordered pairs. Go ahead, pause your video, and get all that written down. Okay, now, I know I wrote it down twice, but here is C and C prime. Remember, this is your X coordinate, and this is your Y coordinate. So let's look at what happens from C to C prime. Look how Y becomes the X. Did I take the opposite of that, or did it stay the same? It stayed the same. So for our rotation, Y becomes X and it stays the same. Now let's look at our X coordinate. The X coordinate becomes the Y coordinate, but did it stay the same? No, it went from 1 to -1, which means for the Y coordinate, I took the opposite of X. So that means my rotation looks like Y negative X. My rotation looks like Y negative X. So what you need to do now, in order to answer this, you're going to say, you could rotate the figure. You're going to figure out the degrees and then a direction, or the other degrees in the other direction about the origin. In other words, in the pink, for one of them, you're going to have clockwise, and the other pink, you're going to have counterclockwise. So you're going to have clockwise and counterclockwise. What you need to do is you need to go up to, on your notes, or you could come back up here and look and see where do you have Y negative X, and put those 2 degrees down. Remember, one will be clockwise and one will be counterclockwise. So you're looking for Y negative X. If you have any questions on number 4, let me know.